system.
Mm-hmm.
So they can have them type of minds that it feel like there's no other way, or the way they do have is the way they was given or taught in school.
Mm-hmm. And you could see how they was grooming us right then and there, right from kindergarten all the way to that. And everybody doing the same thing, studying the same thing, same method, same cup of old black cup of coffee.
Yes. And that's why
Same
a
cup
new
of
birth had to be birthed.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing that wasn't taught,
Mm-hmm.
it's only one thing wasn't taught.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's being taught in our day and time. And that's knowledge of self.
This, we can't do it from mobile because it did mobile. And it's saying it's waiting for mobile. I gotta redo it.
Okay.
We can open it again.
Finding the truth by like a needle in a haystack. But we found the needle.
Mm-hmm.
Kept on searching. Kept on searching. It didn't say you couldn't find it, but it said like a needle in a haystack. But we kept on searching.
Kept on searching. And
just kept on searching.
that's the foundation. And that's why the foundation, like the house, got to be right.
It got to have a foundation. You can't build no house on no thing. It's got to have something to sit on.
Yes. If parents didn't set their children on fire with the zeal of consciousness and the search for truth and the seeking of knowledge,
yes, sir, buddy.
Then the children ain't gonna have nothing to bring back but problems
and problem after
and more problems.
That's right. And I can bear witness to that because of what I learned early bird, and then what I try to tell the people, but they just wouldn't listen. They was cool with the way everything is. They was cool with somebody else's idea and somebody else's thought. Wasn't even worrying about trying to find the truth. And then the truth didn't really matter. Just like the food that they eat didn't matter. Let's eat pig feet, hog tails, pig ears.
Bring it home.
They was eating testicles. They was eating the guts. I mean
the loaves of the loaves.
Everything but the head.
They even hit the pig. I ain't hear a pig head. I hear the pig feet.
Pig
but
feet.
hey, have they had a pig head?
Pig, you didn't hear pig ears? Oh yeah.
A pig brain? Did they eat pig brains? I heard they eat pig tails.
Yeah, pig tails. They eat the whole hog, man.
And that, yes.
Everything but the hair.
Ooh, woo. They say shamefulness.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Listen, we used to dress them up when they get the killer hot. I don't know why they tore all that ancient stuff down. They had a killer where they boil and put the fire in there, get the wood and get that thing boiling. And you take that old hog back and pull him up right off the tailgate of the truck right down in the water, and then they had a big old bowl that when you dip him in there, turn him over, can't let him stand that long because that water was hot. You roll him over a couple of times and snatch him out. And then we had something like a brick or a rock or something, and just run over that head, and that head just come right off of that. And you get him good and slick and dump him back down in there one more time and come back out, and you got all the hair off it, and then they hang him upside down. That's when Uncle Oscar get to work then.
I can tell now.
Because he cut his throat and drained all that blood out. And then they started skinning him and gutting him. Started gutting the boy, cutting him up.
That's the process.
And then
Hiving.
I could go back and see it and relive. And then the women's waiting up. They sitting over there waiting. They got their table after cut him up and all the butchering him up. The women sitting over there ready to go with gloves on and ready to go. Then we bring them over there to them, and then they start doing their thing. Ham, ribs, all that stuff, sauces.
That's why people so fire with all them cooking ingredients. Always living.
So you're gonna do an introduction.
It's always. Yes, indeed.
See, look at another word for Jerusalem. You hear that word.
I do a screen recording at the same time. You can get it back up.
And we having technical, I think the internet, some internet.
Okay. We'll continue. We'll just record on the phone.
It ain't working right.
No, not on the computer.
It ain't. Oh man.
But we got our backup generator generating. Yes, but eternal love and wisdom, because that's what's gonna be happening. Oh yes. Yeah, I just always just love life, so
Me too.
life is just always the blessing. So the things that come within life, that's also the blessing. When we understand this creator's consciousness, then we have the true knowledge of self. This is the consciousness of oneness. Have that circle set.
They can still listen
Mm-hmm.
Not right now.
On my source.
He's recording it.
Yeah, my generator's still
in. Okay, but the people, the listeners, they can't hear right. Huh?
Not right now.
Okay.
I did on mobile hotspot. And then on mobile hotspot.
Okay. If not, they'll hear the replay.
Yeah.
You keep doing, and then we'll go in there, open up and start.
I was gonna text another listen in, but since we can't, so I won't.
Yeah, we'll. Yep. Mighty, I know we have heard of the term of the subject matter tonight or today. Jerusalem.
Oh, Jerusalem. That's what they put in the book, in the Bible. Oh, Jerusalem.
Yeah, oh, Jerusalem.
Oh, Jerusalem. Oh,
Yes, and it's
start it off.
right. Let's get the knowledge and meaning.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sufa
Ready.
75, Jerusalem. The proper name, El Quar. I wonder why you don't hear that. Well, I know why. For some reason, I observe in this world today that they don't like giving you the origin of nothing. They always giving you that Johnny come lately stuff later. It's never the origin.
Yep.
It's always something that's been changed and then passed down, and then they want to keep you at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is what I have observed, just being a watchman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I can observe it too, so that's actual fact.
That's why it's important to watch, to be observatory. The man got built, made observatory, but you the best of the observatory, because this observatory can speak and can talk and has a voice. Let us begin. One, oh people, there is no other deity but Allah. And how many times he have to remind us of this, but yet we have so many deities this day and time. It says, two, that the compassionate, the beneficent, the gracious. Three, all petition and thanks be to Allah and no other. And folks said, let the truth be now revealed concerning Jerusalem. So, are you saying that someone is hiding something pertaining to Jerusalem? Because it just said, let be the truth be now revealed. So somebody is some hanky going on.
No, it's at the recording bottom.
Five, the most sacred city to the Yehudah. 6, and the most sacred city to the Mithraeans are Persia and Rome.
Uh-oh. Here come the meaning and knowledge.
Did you hear that?
This is what Jerusalem is.
Yeah. The truth is being revealed on the city of Jerusalem. 7, not a sacred city for the second false religion of Persia and the Manists. False religion? Must I point it out? False religion. 8, who the Christian call maniac on account of their madness and ignorance. Who's mad? The Christians. Who's ignorant? The Christians. How I know? I deal with them each and every day, and they're stuck in a rut. And everybody's strutting their stuff and sticking their chest out, and they say, I'm proud to be a Christian. If they only knew the true story behind it. I used to always remind people, you show me where, from Genesis to Revelation, show me where Jesus Christ made a proclamation saying that he was a Christian and be nothing else but that. You won't find it. 9, the ignorant and fanatical that follow the false Persian scriptures known as the Mishnah and Talmud. False scriptures. So you mean to tell me that somebody with the stroke of a pen have changed the scriptures? This is what it's saying. And if you're the writer and the translator, you at somebody's mercy. And if you're not truthful about what you're writing, then you are a thief and a robber. and a deceiver. 10, a city bathed in blood of victims sacrificed to demons and leaders who curse Allah. Let's pause for a moment and let's just look around and see what's going on today with all these wars and these wars. Is the bloodbath going on over there in Palestine and all over the world right now as we speak? And who the front leader? Oh, Christian boy. This is what's going on. Bathed in blood. No respect for life itself. Life is so precious. And yet, man has no respect for life itself. Even unto his own life. 11 said, a city of deep, not shadow, but deep evil and division. And you heard the old saying, when you divide, you can conquer people. Just put division. And they did a good job on the so-called Negro in America, or the African America, or the Black America. They have set division among us, and when you put the division there, then you conquer them. And we cannot deny that so much evil going on with them as well, with the Persian and the Romans, and it had affected us so bad that we got it just as bad as they have it. It's a deep evil. Think on that.
Man, there's some deep
Think
stuff
on
that.
that now. Deep evil, not shadow. I mean, what the Pacific Ocean is supposed to be the deepest part of the ocean, and this what we're talking about, deep as the Pacific Ocean with evilness. 12 goes on to say the second Babel, the beloved of the Aryans. Haven't you heard over here in America, the Aryan nation? That's them boys. "13 said, thirst Christian revert the city for the prophet Jesus." 14, his was a mission to end the madness of the city of blood. The city of blood. We heard of the city of Satan. Now we're hearing of the city of blood, where they love to kill. They love bloodshed. And the same ones that migrated from there to here in North America is the same murderers. Because they love blood. That's all they've been doing is killing, making people slaves. All this going on. 15 goes on to say it was that this city that Constantine cleansed of its history in making it most sacred to Christians. Yet a true Muslim never forget the history of this place. nor is tricked by the lies and blood still printed upon its streets. 19, better a man worship a cloud than say one prayer to Jerusalem. Woo-wee. Worship a cloud. Look up and see the cloud. You better off to cry to it than to go and cry to Jerusalem. And what this country said, we stand with Jerusalem. Huh? We stand by Israel. Huh? Do you see the handwriting on the wall, baby? What about all them other peoples? It don't get no worse than the melanated peoples on the planet because they've been terrorized and invaded all over the earth, all 7 continents. But nobody have a story to say about their suffering. A bloody mess. Or countries got together like NATO and decide that we're gonna go into Africa in the Berlin meeting and they gonna divide it all up and we going in there to kill and steal and destroy till we conquer the land. Just in the history book. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. 20. Verily, any man beguiled by the Persian to worship Jerusalem is not a true Muslim. And you know what? When I think about this, I don't hear anybody dwelling on this subject. They're just looking to the east and hollering Allahu Akbar. They ain't voicing the wrongdoing. They're not speaking out. And the Sufa said, when you speak, speak the truth. "21. As a true Muslim knows Allah who Allah would never revert a place sacred to the Persian. The last one. 22. Only a man ignorance of the will of Allah would accept such a lie. In today's society, that's what the majority of the peoples are living, is a lie. And I know this for a fact. Because I once was caught up in that trap, that lie trap. But only through research, probing, and searching for the truth, and knowing the truth, will rise you up from these lies and pull you out of that, the sea of lies. So now we know, and the truth being revealed on Jerusalem. As they say in the book, "O Jerusalem." And that concludes my Sufa.
That's such a beautiful history that we
is
don't
it
have.
rolling
Yep.
yet?
She
Got it rolling?
gave the green light.
Okay.
This is the history that individuals are unaware of and unconscious of. Certain individuals have grouped up and created this whole psychology that we're referring to as religion. And so religion has been formed by these false people of Persia and the Rome men.
Yeah. That sounds like how you say that Rome man.
Right.
Rome man and Rome man.
Right. It's two types. The Rome man and the Germ man. And this is who we're referring to as the Persia and the Manes or the Romans. The Manes stands for the Germans and the Romans. These are a group of minds that collect like a hive and create a psychology.
Yeah.
And they work from the top down. In their system of psychology, in the public, they call it the Maslow's hierarchy. And it's a pyramid for the elite down to the servants who they call slaves. And at the bottom is the people. So the people will never know this history because it's not meant for them to know this history. This history is known by the people that's a small percentage, what they call the 1%.
Right on.
In this top of the pyramid know this information. And then they don't disseminate or distribute to the bottom of the pyramid. And so the bottom of the pyramid, just workers. They never know and they never become an educated mind. So they never have this knowing to pray and knowing how to pray. So all these times when we think we worshiping a certain religion without knowing the history's religion background, we put ourselves in, we step our own foot in doo-doo.
That's right. That's right. That's beautiful. And I've stepped in that as well.
And you know, we gotta wipe it off, or if not,
because sin and the odor gonna follow you. I just want to say one quick thing, and I'll be back out. Is that Tricky Dick is taking the NFL to Germany to play football.
Oh, good
this coming Sunday. I just want to bring that out because and see, and the majority of us is the NFL, but we don't own nor run the NFL, but the Persian and the Christian and the Romans run it, and now they got the biggest of our people who done signed that contract. That's where they got to go this Sunday and play football.
Yeah.
Now look at the mess that we have.
Yeah.
Look at the ignorance that's going on. I'm here to tell you, we have sold our soul to the devil and our spirit to Satan himself.
Yes.
All for a dollar bill. And one day, when death, the breath of life leaves that body, this is what you got to face and give in kind of. I hate to be in your shoes. This old saying, I hate to be standing in your shoes. And I hate to be laying in that casket when that time comes, with your work undone. You worked it, but it's the wrong work. And I close on it.
And this is what man gets for following the external.
Yeah.
This is what it means by, it's not the creator that's ignorant.
No.
It's man being ignorant to the will of wisdom. So wisdom would never accept such a lie. But most people, when you worship Christianity, you worship Jerusalem, they come together.
Yeah.
The sanctified place, as it just read, is Jerusalem for Christians.
Yeah.
But the sad case about it, the reason why he keeps saying true Muslim is because the false Muslim also goes there.
That's correct.
So this is also the place where they say Muhammad
Sure do.
rose
Yeah.
to the abode of heaven.
That's right.
So Jesus and Muhammad is so called to die at this place.
That's right.
So called.
Yeah.
To die at this place.
Uh-huh.
And this is why no prophet or no divine being will ever pray to anything bloody.
That's right.
And so these people practice blood sacrifice, as we just read.
Mm-hmm.
They drip and dip the blood of their victims.
Mm-hmm.
The blood of their victim is sacrificed, number 10, to demons.
Mm-hmm.
What demons are they sacrificing to?
Yeah.
Because definitely they're not talking about to humans.
That's right.
They talking about deceased spirits that they worship, that gives them power and gives them control in way they don't get in trouble. Because they doing it supposedly for a greater cause.
Yeah.
Now this sacrifice to demons, this is what they call many deities. A pantheon. A pantheistic way. So this is why I got plural demons. So a lot of us don't understand when we are saying words, we are invoking the same thing that these people who sacrifice victims, we are now wording it out. These people acted it out. Now some of our people would never do such a atrocious act.
That's right.
But they will word such an atrocious act, not knowing that's what they worded and that's what the action of their words is doing. So this is what the importance is and why they have spun effortlessly their whole life creating false religions.
Yeah.
For who? Themselves?
Yeah.
No. For the minds of the people.
People, that's right.
To whatever land they stop on, that boat stop on and hit. It got 7 Plymouth rocks.
Yeah.
Whatever land that boat hit, it bring this game
They bring
plan.
that with it because they brought the false religion with them and the Bible and all.
Yeah, this is how they start on the mind. Remember, they start top down.
Yeah.
So what's first, your brain or your feet? So in order to control your feet, they need to control your brain.
Beautiful.
So the first thing as an ideology system is a belief system that'll start controlling the brain. And so that's called religion. And so now the religions that we know of today come from these offsprings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come from these offsprings. These people have murdered the old.
That's right.
And then created a hybrid from murder them, stole their names, included it in their false religion, and now you think it's a good religion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just because Muhammad is in the Quran and just because Jesus is in the Bible, we think saying their name in the form of how we saying it is giving them grace and honor.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's right.
Because they have perverted the writings.
That's correct.
But the teachings are still pure if you know how to be self-aware.
Right on.
The wrong actually shows you the right.
Yeah.
And so if we understand how the Creator created us in the consciousness, then we won't fall to this pit of what the Aryans, the Persians, and as you said, this is why they have the football game or NFL. When they leave United States, so-called, they go to only 2 places.
That's right.
Rome, London, Germany.
Look at it.
Germany.
Look at it.
So keep that in mind as we read about, because now you're getting the history of these people.
Yeah.
The people that you see now is the people that murder the original people, which is the dark-skinned indigenous people.
Yeah.
The people now that we see are the imposters who stole these names. And they've been name stealing since 10,000, the year 10,000 millennium, BC. Yeah. So this is what Joy Maxwell was pointing to as millennium. This is what's been going on in millenniums. They've been architecture, and guess what? They at their most updated system.
That's right.
Now, it looks like almost Christianity is a good form of religion. Yeah. And you don't know that inside religion, or Christianity, like when it says that when you break the body, break the bread, because this is my body,
Yeah, this is
and you say,
Jesus Christ.
yes, drink the wine, because let's say, because the blood, see, that's not the will of Allah.
That's not.
That's practicing what we call living.
Yeah.
Right, but that's a religion practice.
Yeah.
Right here is given. It's called Mishnah
Yeah.
and Talmud. So Jesus plays the story of Mithra. This is where you have on number 6 where it say the Mithraeans.
Yeah.
The Mithraeans are real people, and they have architected a whole religion with a sacrificial philosophy that has a belief system into sacrificing, and people believe in this.
Yeah.
And this is what is called Mithraism. So when you drink the blood and you break the body, that's called practices of Mithraism.
Right on.
So when you say Father, when you say the Son, when you say the Holy Ghost, that's called Mithraism.
That's what that is.
None of this has nothing to do with the Creator. This has to do with the false architects of religion who have created a abyss for minds that believe in these theologies to go to. So
just based on words.
Based on words and based on belief.
Right.
See, a soul cannot leave the body. If it believes, it can't leave the body. That makes sense? Because this is what people are facing.
That's right.
You can't wake up in the grave. You got your system set in already in place. So now it's going to proportion. So what we want to be aware of is the beliefs that's are in our mind.
Yeah.
So just like certain beliefs in the physical prohibit you from doing things in the physical.
Yeah.
Just say, for instance, if you are devoted or true of not eating pork, you won't eat pork. That belief alone will hold you from not eating pork. Let's say the same thing at the grave. You believe in these teachings.
Oh boy.
These teachings don't catapult you to Allah.
No.
Remember, these teachings it tells you these people hate the divine.
Sure do.
These people hate, and they are, as it said in Rome, they are playing the curse. They carry out all they curse.
Yeah.
So remember, the devil was cast out of heaven.
Yeah.
And a third was cast with him. So now this is the history of the devil being cast out. And now the people who are of association with that lineage of hating the divine, getting cast out of heaven, or following the false teachings that was kicked out of the city of Al-Baqar.
Yeah.
Who they now call Mecca by the Romans. The same people. Doing the same thing.
Same thing.
So this is the same thing that we finna read when we get to. You want to read the next one?
Before you go to front, I want to point out something else too, cause on 10 it says a city bathed in blood of victims. We can say that the 50 cities, 50 states that they have created over here in USA. And they set up shop, and we can really say that it's been a bloody mess in all 50 states where they have slaughtered melanated people and made them slaves. And yet, this is my point, they come up with words, and this evil word is democracy, which is short for demon, but they took the N and the S off and put the CR or CY. And this is what the leaders, evil leaders do. So, and then they went out in the world and tried to set up democracy all over the land. And this is evil, and this is why our people suffering today behind this word called democracy. I just want to point that out.
That's a beautiful. And that's where it's in plain sight.
In
See,
plain
that's why
sight.
he not guilty. Because those who have awareness see.
Yeah.
So democracy is just in the word, just as you said, demon come in the word of democracy.
That's right.
And so this is paraded around the United States, and
right.
people vote for Obama,
Vote for
and
him.
Obama was a Democrat.
That's
So
right.
when you say these things,
Yeah.
see, these actions correspond.
That's right.
So we have been society to be ignorant to ourselves,
Yeah.
but be aware of people changing your lives.
Yeah.
And people, you vote them in, they'll do something for you individually.
Yeah.
How many people individually has been raised out of the sand by politicians? This is what the question has to be, because this is a system that everybody has seen
That's
for quite some time.
Yeah.
And have this system brought anyone out of the mud into the heavens.
Number misery.
And so this is where self has to be known that there's something wrong.
That's right.
And that's where even myself had to admit that this wasn't in any school system. And I could have acknowledged that, but kept going on with the school system.
That's right.
But that didn't bring happiness. What brings happiness is knowledge of self.
Right on.
And that was the goal of going to those schools,
right.
was to get knowledge of self.
Yeah.
But after a while, you find out that you were never receiving
That's correct.
knowledge of self.
That's right.
So then when you find that out, your next option is to go to the books. So now when you got the Bible, that's the most talked about, and that's the most widely represented as the word of God.
Sure is.
So now when you go into that as a text and you read it, there's a lot of words in there and not pictures.
That's right.
So
No pictures.
you got to become adept in just words alone in order to understand.
That's correct.
And then it'll tell you all in throughout that it got all type of names, got all type of history, got all type of chronology, got all type of causes and effects.
Yeah, that's right.
And you got to spend time finding these causes and effects if you want to liberate yourself.
That's right.
And so with these liberation points, that's how they tied the anchor down. That in those books is misdirections. That if you don't know the true history, like what is presented today and on the K.O.S. channels, then we don't know the history. That means we're not fully self-aware.
That's right.
And we don't know who's who on the land. So now we know who's who on the land just by the text itself and us by looking out in the world.
Yeah, and it reveals everything.
It reveals everything. That more that we come aware, this is just like driving a car. The more you see a pothole, the more you can weed.
That's right.
But if you unaware or unconscious, you might mess up your car.
Yeah.
So this is what they want to do. They want to mess up our car over here.
And a lot of the cities got potholes that they be talking about. They're always running into a pothole.
Right.
With all this money they got, but they can't fix the pothole.
Good point.
Yeah.
So yes,
and
it's so
then
beautiful.
When we look at 9 says false scriptures and false religion, and if you look at all the churches, the Lutheran Church, the Catholic Church, the Methodist Church, the Baptist Church, the Church of God in Christ, and the Church of Jesus Christ, and all these churches, all of them have the founder that established it, and now they reap the benefit, because when you look around, you see all the churches in a mess. And it's more adultery and lies and thieves and robbery. And now they got, and all the churches set up now where everybody got to pay their tithe. And you're being robbed and don't even know it. I read somewhere it said the kingdom of God cannot be purchased with money. And if that be the case, we as poor folks will be in a world of trouble. Just think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.